Hi, I'm Marky.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is the Happy Everly After podcast. Hello.
Welcome.
To the Happy Everly After podcast.
Snitches.
In the daytime. We recorded last night. And I feel like we're repeating everything that the introduction we did on the last episode probably. Except for that one
back
was
to back.
After Dark. How are you?
Good.
Good talk.
Yep.
What have you done today?
Dropped the boys off at school. Got a workout in. Couple phone calls. Couple text messages. Work stuff. Now I'm here with you. Ate a bomb chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was good.
Shout out.
Houston hot chicken.
Yeah, it was good.
Some new place that's over by our house.
Yeah.
It was
it's by our house?
Dang good. Over by that Harmon's in Lehigh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
In Draper?
No.
In Lehigh. Got it.
Put Chick-fil-A to shame, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was good. It was like one of those like chicken sandwiches with like coleslaw and pickles and
I put
sauce.
extra pickles on them.
That's why I smelt pickles. It smelled good though.
I love pickles.
Yeah.
I love pickles in my mouth.
I'll trade you a pickle for a nickel.
Done.
No. You're supposed to say,
what?
How about 2 cents? That's
Little
what
rascals?
Yeah, that's what you were supposed to say. Okay. Well, how am I doing today, you ask?
Yeah, how
I'm
are
doing
you
great.
doing today?
Thanks.
What have you done today?
I showered.
Good.
And my hair looks like it's wet. If you're watching on YouTube, my hair looks like it's wet, but it is not. It is an oil treatment because I do that on days that I am either going to wash my hair or I'm going swimming or I have a hair appointment.
Yep.
So
which one is it?
Today I have a hair appointment.
I know. But they don't.
Debating on going dark, y'all. Should I do it? What are your thoughts? I don't know. Part of me is just like, I've always been blonde my whole life. My hair's getting darker and darker as I get older. Should I just like bite the bullet and go to the dark side? I don't know. It's like tempting lately. I've debated on it.
Listen to your heart. That's what I say.
I don't think you've ever said that.
That's my saying. I say it.
You've never said that.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, man. Okay, well, today's topic is a controversial one. What is it?
Controversial?
Yeah, did I say that right?
I'm sure they get it.
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about parenting, different like parenting. It's not styles, it's just like methods. So
Yeah.
Parenting like topics and what our thoughts are on them. Maybe go into how we did things if people want to know that.
Yeah, but like precursor, we have no idea what we're doing.
Experts. We are experts.
Don't take advice from us.
We know everything.
Because aren't we all going to screw up our kids in some way, shape, or form?
Or another.
Like, they're going to every kid is going to look back and be like, oh, my parents were freaking idiots for doing that.
Yeah. I always think, is this that incident that Urban's going to tell his therapist about one day? I do think that sometimes. I mean, yeah. Okay.
It will be.
So, the very first thing we're going to go into, it's a big one. It's the cry it out method.
Is it a big one?
Oh, for
Really?
sure. In mommy groups and stuff, it is like,
Mm.
it's one of those things that's like so taboo. It's like if you're for it, then it's like under the table for it. Because if you like shout it from the rooftops that you are a cried out person, then people are like, you are Satan. You let your kid cry. Abandonment. All the stuff.
Yeah, I guess I'm not a part of any of those groups, but I guess I could see both sides of the
I
argument.
can totally see both sides of the argument. I think that there's like different ways to do it. And I do think that every situation is different. And I do think that every child is different. And also, we need to take into consideration parents, moms in general, mainly moms, but like parents in general, I should say, mental health and sleep dep dep sleep deprivation. Sleep, what's the word?
Deprivation?
Yeah, I didn't know what that word was.
What?
But
Really?
yeah, I know
Did
what
you
it
just have a
is.
stroke?
I know what it is. I just like couldn't. I've never really said that word, so I didn't know. But like,
You're a mom of 3 kids, and you've never said sleep deprivation?
I mean, probably not. I don't know.
That's shocking.
Okay. Anyways, so
Breaking news.
I'm sleep deprived. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that word. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Is every single situation is different. I will tell you, like, I love like the happy medium where when you hear of babies, like after a couple months or whatever, you like leave them and they maybe like stir and cry for like say a minute. You set a timer for 60 seconds and then you go in and you soothe them and you check on them. And then you do it again, but you set a timer for 2 minutes and then you go in and you check on them and you soothe them. And then, and
like
so
that.
I think that that's like kind of a happy medium. You're like showing your child, I guess you're just showing your child that like you will
Come
be back. Yeah. And
not being abandoned, but
and they're
figure it out.
so freaking tired. They're so freaking tired that it's like you need to learn that like when
See,
you're this tired.
I've never understood that.
Yeah.
That like my baby is overtired. Like if I get
So he can't
overtired, I
sleep.
freaking pass out.
Yeah.
Like I don't get that.
Yeah. They just haven't learned the skills to self soothe yet, you know? Like we know how to put ourselves to bed and we know how to make ourselves comfortable, but they don't yet.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it is very frustrating when it's like,
weird.
you're just freaking tired and I'm tired.
That is weird.
Throw me a bone.
Cry it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it with our kids.
We did it with, I remember doing it with Urban. It was really, really hard for one night. The second night, he literally cried for like 2 minutes and then he fell asleep. And I am telling you, he is a 7-year-old. He is a great sleeper.
Yeah,
Urban has always like, we have another episode where we talked about some of his delays and having an IEP, and we got him early intervention and stuff. But I always make jokes that like God threw me a bone when he made him a really good sleeper, because Urban has been a good sleeper.
Yeah.
So I don't know, worth it, I guess, for that one terrible night.
Do what you want. It's your kid.
Yeah. Hello. We are going to pause right there for a quick little ad break. I have a story for you. So when I was 12, 13 years old, I remember I was at a church camp. True story. Keep listening. We had like that cool, young, hip, beautiful pageant queen, girls camp counselor come, and she was showing us how to put on makeup. It was actually quite a memorable experience. I remember loving it, feeling so beautiful after we had done our makeup. And I remember asking her a specific question. I said, "Okay, if you have to leave your house in a quick hurry and you can only take one or two items with you to do your makeup in the car, which items would you take?" I kid you not. She said lip gloss and mascara. And I remember thinking, like, we're all just in our teenage years, like, no, you need to bring concealer to cover up all the blemishes, right? No, she says that mascara is what is going to make your eyes pop, and it can truly like transform your face and make you look like you're wearing, more makeup than you are. So that's something that has always stuck out with me. And the reason why I bring this up is because one of our sponsors, their names are Wink Click. I have personally been using Wink Click lashes for the last 2 years. Just a couple things I love about them. They're comfortable. They last about 7 to 10 days. You guys, I go to the gym. I work out in these lashes. I sit in the steam room, the sauna. I go swimming with my boys. These lashes, I put them on one time, and then the rest of the week, I don't have to wear any eye makeup because my eyelashes are already put on. One thing I just barely found out about them as well is that their band is actually made out of cotton. Cotton. So I didn't know that, and that actually makes perfect sense because the band, when you put it on your eye, it's not uncomfortable. It actually sits very comfortably on your lashes. I literally will be out and about and people will ask me, "Hey, who does your eyelash extensions?" And I literally tell them, "Oh, thank you, me." Because honestly, after like one or two times of practice of putting these eyelashes on your lashes, it literally is such a time saver. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't have time to go and like lay on a table for 2 hours every couple weeks and get my eyelashes professionally done. I don't have the money for it. I don't have the time for it. And I like something that is going to fit better with my lifestyle of being a busy mom, busy wife. I take care of my household. I run around and do all the errands. It is just so much more easy for me to put on lashes by myself and then just have my makeup done for the whole week. So one thing I do recommend is going to Wink Click's Instagram. You can find them very easily by typing in Wink Click. And all you do is send them a selfie of your face. And what they will do is they will literally look at your face shape and recommend which style of lash that you should buy first. Or maybe a lash or two that maybe you can try. Me personally, my favorite are the midis. That's MIDI. They are a game changer. I feel like they look like I'm wearing eyelash extensions. They're a little bit elevated than the natural eyelash look, but they're not like super glamorous. They're just the everyday, comfortable, make my eyes pop and shine and make me feel beautiful without trying that hard lash. So go to Wink Click, send them a selfie. They will recommend which lash to send you. So after you've sent them the selfie and they send you the lashes that they recommend, make sure you use Everly Joe at checkout. That's EVERLYJO, all caps. And welcome to the click. Okay, the next one. What do you think of parents who wash their kids' mouth out with soap if they swear or say something bad? Or like you'll hear of like pepper, like putting pepper. I want to say my sister's done that with one of her kids. Don't quote me on that. I won't name names, but I'll have to ask her about that because I think that she did do that once.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I mean,
I feel
I
like
think that depends on the family too. Like, are the parents like cool with it or not? Like saying certain things. Like, obviously, there's certain things no kid should say,
right.
and they should know that that's not cool.
Yeah.
And like people in places to not say certain things around, But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think,
does it actually teach them
right. Like,
not to do that?
I think that we're coming around to like maybe just having open conversations, and I think that it might be a little bit more effective to just like have a sit down conversation with your child and not shame them or hurt them to teach them
Yeah, I feel like you
lessons.
do that, then the kid just thinks, oh, I just can't say that around my mom.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm going to get my mouth washed out.
Yeah.
But like, once they're not around you anymore, like, they're probably saying that word.
Yeah.
Because now they're starting to kind of rebel against you and be like, oh,
Totally.
I can't do it at home, but like at Bobby's house I can. And so
Yeah.
I'm going to say it all the time at Bobby's house, you know? So,
Damn it, Bobby's such a bad influence.
but yeah, if they know why it's not cool to say that word and they understand it, then maybe they don't say it at Bobby's house either.
And that's got to be more effective.
Yeah.
In the long run. Along those lines, but spanking.
Yeah.
So I have a story. Don't call CPS on me. Urban, when he was little, he was maybe like 2.5-ish. We were living in the townhouse, and I had a friend over. So I have somebody who witnessed this. It was like the most horrifying moment of my freaking life. Urban, I like got mad at him for like climbing on the counter or something. He was just like in one of those like kind of hostile moods, and he wasn't verbal yet. He had a speech delay, so he was not verbal, and we were just like on edge, both of us, and Amanda was over. I remember, so we were sitting crisscross applesauce on the ground, and Urban comes up to me, like not even like provoked, you guys. He comes up to me, looks me right in the face, grabs a freaking Hot Wheels toy car and goes, boom, and just freaking clips me across the face. Like it like got my cheek and my mouth. You guys, I open-handedly smacked him back in the face. Out of it, 1000% was out of anger. Like that was like one of those moments that I lost my cool. Like I wasn't like teaching him a lesson because like, oh, that hurts, like I'm gonna show you it hurts. Like it wasn't even like that. It was just like, if anyone would have punched me in the face like he did, they probably would have gotten the same thing. Like legit. It was like so shocking. And then I just started sobbing, and Urban started sobbing, and my friend was like, what the freak just happened? And she was like, girl, like
I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, she's like, bye. No, it was really hard, but point of the story is like that was a really good like learning. Like yes, I lose my cool, we know that, I yell a lot, but and we all have tempers and we're all pushed to our breaking point. But I did learn that night that like it's up to us as grown-ups to like regulate our emotions. It's not up to them, and how they act makes us act a certain way. Mm-hmm. So like spanking, long story short, is coming back to spanking. I think that it's important that our emotions as the parent, we are emotionally regulated before making a decision to spank our child.
Yeah, but I feel like it's the same thing as washing their mouth out with soap or like pepper or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like they get spanked for doing something, but like, does that actually teach them not to do that thing? Like it teaches them out of fear to not do it in front of you. But like, does it actually teach them why what they did was wrong or right? Probably not. They're just afraid to do it again.
Right.
Because they're going to get hurt. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts. Like, just tell them why they did was wrong. And I think punishment is important so that they do learn that there's consequences when you make a bad decision. But it doesn't have to be physical.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we're learning. I think our generation is good. And our younger generation. I'm excited to see our kids be adults. Like this generation.
Yeah. Some of these kids are soft, though.
Yeah.
So you still got to punish them.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, next one, breastfeeding versus bottle feeding. How about you just feed
Who
your kid?
cares?
Who cares?
Why is that a thing?
It's such a thing. It's
Some
a
people
thing.
can't breastfeed.
Right.
So
And then
why is I don't
it's
get
just hard
that.
because then it's like chemicals in the formula and like whatever. It's like there's crap in all of our freaking products and food. So it's just like, oh, like breastfeeding is the better choice. But like at the end of the day, like,
I mean, if you're eating the crap and it goes into your breast milk, they're getting it through that too.
right. Totally.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
like,
Like if you drink and eat all the processed food, then they're just getting it through your breast milk.
yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy. Just
Yeah.
feed your kid. I don't know. Like,
Just feed your
who
kid.
cares
We did both.
how they get the food?
We did both. Urban was breastfed and he was allergic to my milk. The second we did a sensitive tummy formula for him was like the first time he stopped crying in like 6 months, and it was the best moment of my life. I was like, okay, I guess we're done breastfeeding. I had
Yeah.
already tried to like cut everything out of my diet that I could, and nothing worked.
It did make a big change.
Yeah. And then I like pumped at the hospital with Everly, but my milk was always a little too hard on her tummy too. And then Van, we kind of did both too, I feel like.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, what are your thoughts? I already know your thoughts on this one, but let's hear it. What are your thoughts on playing with toy guns? Letting your kids play with toy guns?
I mean, they're gonna be around them in
Toy
life
guns.
and guns in general.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't you rather your kid know about them and know what's right and wrong to do with a gun rather than just like be blindsided when they when they're around one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'd much rather our kids know good gun safety
For sure.
so that if they're over at a friend's house and they find a gun, that they know what not to do
That
with a
literally
gun.
makes me sick to my stomach. But yeah.
So
And
like, but if
this
you just hide it
conversation-
from them, like they're
Right.
never gonna know.
This conversation is reminding me that we do need to be more open and talk with our kids about gun safety, because we do own guns. They are locked away in our house, but
I mean, Nerf guns and stuff.
yeah.
Like,
I hate
we
Nerf
have
guns, you guys. I literally, if I am walking down the hallway in our house and I see a Nerf bullet, I pick it up and throw it in the garbage. I hate them so bad. They're messy. My kids never pick them up all the time.
Fun sucker.
I am with Nerf guns. I hide them, and then the kids literally sniff them out and find them. And like, we had friends over the other night. Like, our kids had friends over playing, and they found the Nerf guns, and I was like, there was like 7 kids here. I'm like, I am not gonna pick up Nerf guns for 7 children.
You signed up for it.
No, I didn't.
You have
No, I
always
didn't.
said, I want to be a boy
I
mom.
wanted
I want
so
boy
many
mom."
kids. I wanted the crazy rambunctious house. That does
And
not
then
mean
when a ball gets thrown inside and you trip, I'm like, we have boys.
I
There's
know.
gonna be balls thrown inside
I
the
think
house.
that it would
There's
be-
gonna be Nerf guns.
pause. This
There's
might
gonna
be a
be
bigger
Legos.
issue, but I think it's because I'm the only one who cares to clean stuff up. I'm the only one who
That's
cares to clean stuff up. I'm the one who trips on the balls. I'm the one that steps on the freaking Legos, and I'm
You
so
gotta be
sick
more
of it.
aware of your surroundings. Don't step
No,
on 'em.
how about we put our toys away? If you want toys and you don't want me to throw them away, then put them away.
Sure. They're not my toys, so yeah, sure.
But you don't care to pick them up either.
What?
What?
Are you serious right now?
I'm not saying you never do. I'm saying you don't care to. Like, it doesn't bug you like it bugs me.
Wow. All right.
Am I in denial?
Yeah. Yeah. I clean them up too. I clean them up
Kate.
too.
Kate, last episode when we were talking about me being burnt out at the end of the night and you putting the boys to bed,
Mm-hmm.
what I should have said at the time and I thought of later is that while you're getting the boys like dressed and ready for bed and reading books, I'm freaking cleaning the house.
Yep. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
You clean them up. High fives.
Anyways, just no one cares as much as me.
Sometimes that happens in life.
Anyways, what are your thoughts on co-sleeping?
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Like as an infant or like an older child or both?
Both.
I mean, you
You hear
shouldn't
of
do it
horror
as,
stories.
as infants, right?
Like
roll
EMTs.
over
I
on
feel
them.
like every EMT always has a story about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's I mean, when you're sleep deprived
Mm-hmm. And you're so
and you
freaking tired.
just want to lay down and go to bed and you don't want to put the kid to bed, like I get it,
Yeah.
but it's not worth it.
But also, for a zillion years, parents have been co-sleeping their babies, and it's a very natural, beautiful thing too. And so it's like, yeah, risks.
More risk than reward, for sure. I say don't do it. That's my opinion. But like Van is
Van always
3.5
comes in our
and
room.
doesn't matter, like every night
Yeah.
at some point he finds his way into our room and kicks us in the ribs
Yeah.
and pushes us off the bed. And like we'll take him back into his room, but then he always finds his way back into our bed.
Yeah.
It's like rare for him to make it through the night lately
Yeah.
in his own bed.
Must be some sort of like regression or something.
But I don't know. At like 3.5, like I'm not worried about smothering him or anything, you know?
Yeah. He's kicking us off the bed
Yeah.
every night. It's like, how can one little small body like take up the entire bed and like push and shove and stick his knee in our spine, and like I don't understand how he does that.
Yep.
Okay, what are your thoughts on paying kids to do chores versus them just doing chores to live in the house?
I think paying them to do chores is a good thing because it teaches them life skills.
But what
Like,
about
you gotta
just
work
doing
for money.
chores?
I mean, you have to teach them somehow, you know?
To do chores?
I mean, eventually when they grow up, like you got to do chores because you're just a grown up. But like, it teaches them like responsibility and like a way for them to earn money and be responsible and learn that you have to work to earn things.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Like, I have mixed feelings on this subject because, like, literally this morning, Urban goes, "Mom," and I'm like, "What?" And he, like, points to the garbage and he's like, "The garbage is full." And I literally, like, didn't respond. Like, I just, like, walked upstairs because I'm like, "Oh, that's Mom's job." You know? Like, he would never just do it. He would never... And he is motivated by money, we know that, but he thinks that he'll get paid like $70 to like freaking vacuum the stairs or something and get a Lego set. Like, it's hard. Chores are hard.
Yeah, but
especially because it's
you
like,
gotta start somewhere.
If you live here and you respect where you live and you want it to be tidy, then maybe we should teach them to do like chores. Like maybe they should have set chores to do, you know,
Yeah.
for no money
Yeah.
or an
Maybe
allowance.
both. Like,
Or
hey,
an
like,
allowance.
these are the things you have to do just because you live here.
Yeah.
And here's a couple extra things you can do beyond that if you want to make money on top of that.
Yeah.
But, like, these are the things you got to do because you live here.
Yeah. Happy medium. Okay, another one, kind of like the breastfeeding versus bottle feeding, is natural births versus C-sections.
Is that controversial? Because I feel like some people don't have a choice in the
Yeah,
matter.
a lot of people don't have a choice for health reasons, or just like, but it is controversial with like the more drugs the hospital gives somebody and like the higher your risks are for a bunch of stuff happening.
So are you saying like natural birth versus like epidural and stuff?
I guess, yeah.
So not necessarily C-section, but like
Yeah, I guess.
modern medicine.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on that. Like everybody's gonna freaking just do whatever you want.
It ain't my body. I ain't pushing a kid out of my body. So
do
whatever you want.
Get the baby here safely, however that may be. Kay, what are your thoughts on leashes for kids?
Like the actual
Yeah.
physical leashes.
Yeah, or whatever.
I don't know. Like your number one priority as a parent is to keep them safe. So if you feel like they're going to be safer with it on, I feel like there's an age limit to it, right? Like if we tried to put a leash on Urban at Disneyland, like I don't know if like that would be kind of crazy to me. But like a small kid that doesn't know any better and can run away and go out of sight and you don't know where they are and they don't know how to get their way, find their way back or talk to someone.
Yeah.
Then sure.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Urban was a sprinter. He did not care about me. He didn't care. Like me as his mother, he didn't care. He wanted to sprint away from me all day long, every day. Try having an arm and your arm is constantly trying to detach itself from your body and run away from you. That's how raising Urban was. And everyone's like, oh, boys are hard and blah, blah, blah.
No, he
was next level. And you're like, oh, I have one of those too that's next level. No, you don't. Urban was harder. I will always win this. I will always win this.
And once you caught him, then he would
just thrash and headbutt and kick.
Tantrums.
And so hard, you guys. Hardest couple years of my life were his toddler years. But I tried to put a leash on him at the grocery store one day, and he like Hulk smashed stuff at the store. Like he was like, get this crap off of me. And he was just like, the rope would like take things out as he like run around and get caught and stuff. It was a nightmare. He now has a Gab watch, and that's been nice. It's like the modern day leash. And then Van, we put an air tag on Van every single time we like go out in public or go to the park or whatever. And that seems to help a little bit too, just like with our anxiety.
I mean, just safety. Like you hear about all the child trafficking and stuff like that, and it's like, geez, like, yeah. First of all, it's crazy that there's people out there like that, and that's actually a thing. But so it is, and you got to keep your kids safe. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're in a crowded like place, young kid, like with Urban, my thing was because he couldn't really talk. Like if he did get away from us, like there's no way he can tell someone what my name is, what your name is. Like he's literally like lost at that
Yeah.
point. Like he has no communication skills to like find his way back to us. So that was always my biggest fear, was losing him and then him not knowing how to get back.
For sure.
You know?
And I was always scared that somebody would like hurt him or touch him inappropriately or something and he wouldn't be able to tell us. That was like a big fear of mine until before he started finally talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a different episode.
Yeah.
We've already done that episode.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Mommy bloggers' kids' faces on the internet. Kind of along those same lines of like, just the world is a gross place and just putting your kids out there for like somebody to be like fixate on them, learn their schedule, see their, like, it's so creepy. It's like you see their backpack and then that person can like watch Urban go to school and see his backpack and like know that that's that same kid and like, I don't know.
So in Ohio, they do this interesting thing where at the end of the school year, they'll put like this big old like banner on their front lawn, like saying like if one of their kids is graduating high school, with like a big picture of them and like where they're going to college and stuff. Like, hey, congratulations, Burnley, you graduated high school, going to Ohio State. And I was always like, this is kind of weird. Like, what if some weird person drove past and like now they're like gonna follow Burnley
your
around?
young,
You know what I mean?
18-year-old
And they know
student.
they're going to Ohio State, and it's
Yeah.
just like, that's kind of a lot of information that you're just putting on your front lawn.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there's actually a lot of things that I don't post of the boys just for privacy reasons. Like,
I mean, you've started asking Urban
for sure.
if he's cool with it.
And
lately.
sometimes he's not. And I like 1000% respect that. Like, I'll ask him, like, hey, can I post this picture of you, like, holding Everly's giraffe or whatever? And he'll be like, yeah, you can share that with your friends. And I'm like, okay, all 60,000 of them. But yeah, like I don't know if I think that he's slowly starting to get it. We always tell him, like, there's a lot of people out there that like care about our family. Like, they want us to be really happy and they care about us. And so like when I tell him I'm working, he's like, what are you doing? Like, playing on your phone? I'm like, I'm working, you know? And so I've like tried to explain to him like Instagram and TikTok and just sharing stuff. And there are things that I don't post about him. I have seen some friends lately start to cover their kids' faces on stories and stuff, which I think is very admirable.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. And I just think that it's something that we should be aware of for sure. I'm not going to sit here and say like, no, the internet's never going to see a picture of my kids again. But I do think that it's important to, I don't know, we don't know like the effects it's going to have on
Make
them
it
later.
their choice.
Yeah, like later in life.
Yeah.
What if that?
Like your picture of their naked butts with pumpkins painted on them.
I love that picture.
So I was like, are you sure about this one?
I love it. That's like my favorite. I should post that.
Ugh.
It to explain the picture, it's a Halloween picture where they're teeny tiny babies. I did it both for Urban and Van, and they're standing at pumpkins, and then I painted a pumpkin on their butt. And it's so cute.
For you, it's cute.
Yeah.
For the internet, maybe not.
Anyways. Well, maybe I'll post it this year with an emoji pumpkin on their butt.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, that's all. Any thoughts, comments, concerns?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Do your thing.
Do your thing. Try not to like judge other people for like their parenting styles. I know that we all kind of do.
I mean, unless a kid's in danger.
Right.
For sure. speak up.
Right. Oh, we didn't even get into like car seat stuff. Car seat stuff is always so controversial. Okay, well, thank you for listening to this episode of the Happy Everly After podcast. It is always a pleasure. And you guys have a wonderful day.
Yes.
Goodbye.